so much starts bubbling in your mind when you read this line. I'm just going to read one more line from this book and then I'll stop with the quote. This book actually reads like a dream with you at the center of it. How similar or different is his work from Stephen King's work? Neil Gaiman has been my absolute favorite ever since I discovered his work. His short fiction, along with his novels and essays, are a pure delight to read. Well, most of the times. I didn't enjoy American Gods as much I expected it to. I didn't. My top favorite Neil Gaiman books will be Ocean at the End of the Lane, The Graveyard Book, and The View from the Cheap Seats. But for me, the best book Neil Gaiman has ever written is hands down Ocean at the End of the Lane. And today I'm just going to try and examine why that book has worked so well for me. As sad as it might sound, I don't have a hardcover of this book. I only have this paperback, which I bought way back in 2014 or 13, if I'm not mistaken. And I had taken it along with me on a trip to McLeodganj, where I was supposed to sit and finish the chapters of one of the books that I was working on. I think it was Paperback Dreams, but I might be mistaken. It was so long ago. So I was just carrying this book with me, thinking that if I need a break, if I need to just distract myself and look at other beautiful things, I might just read this book. So I used to read this book when I would be waiting for my breakfast at the cafes, and then this one line captured my imagination like crazy. It's on page number 22 of the edition that I have, and it says, "I was an imaginative child, prone to nightmares." Now, something with this line just clicked with me, and I was like, that's probably it. I mean, when we are kids, we are so imaginative, and we just imagine everything. And many times, those imaginations tend to be monsters and threats, and somehow we get a thrill out of it as well. And then just after a few pages, another line was, "I don't remember how the dreams started, but that's the way dreams are, isn't it?" It was like how slowly Neil Gaiman was scratching the surface to let the idea of dreams take hold of you completely. I'm just going to read one more line from this book and then I'll stop with the quotes because I have marked so many lines in this book, it's not even funny. So this one goes, "That's the trouble with living things. They don't last for long. Kittens one day, old cats the next, and then just memories. And memories fade and blend and smudge together." So much is just like, so much starts bubbling in your mind when you read this line, and most of all, the idea of memories blending and smudging together. Anyway, but I was just thinking why this book worked for me so well, and I think the strength of this book, as like almost all the other books that Neil Gaiman has written, is that somehow he compels you to relate to the character. He is very successfully able to make you feel that you are so similar to that character, and hence you start enjoying the book so many times more than you would have enjoyed it otherwise. Because the funny thing is that it's a book about monsters and imaginary characters and beings, and there is no way we would ever come across anything like that in our life. But somehow you are so involved in the whole story because you think that that character is just you. At least for me, it was like this is how I used to think. And again, I have marked so many lines which reflect my own thoughts so clearly that it was mind boggling for me to read that. This book actually reads like a dream with you at the center of it. And it's an absolute page turner. Now, if you have not read any of Neil Gaiman's books before, I'm not too sure if this should be the first book that you read because this is by far the best book that he's written so far, in my opinion at least. Some people may think otherwise, but that's, I think, totally okay. And while I was thinking about all the books Neil Gaiman has written, one thing came to my mind, and that was how similar or different is his work from Stephen King's work, because Stephen King is another author who writes about monsters and things like that, and but somehow his books are very different from the very obvious reason of the intensity of violence in the two authors' works. There are some other things also which I kind of identified, but I think I want to talk about it at length in some other video. So guys, if you have not read Ocean at the End of the Lane, you just have to pick it up. You are just being too unfair with yourself. This is one book that has to be read. It is so much fun, it's so enjoyable. You cannot not read it. So very beautiful book, a very strong recommendation. This is one book I think everyone should read. It's an absolute delight. Also, currently I'm reading The House in the Cerulean Sea. Now this is one book which I am enjoying thoroughly. It's after a very long time that I'm enjoying a book as much as I'm enjoying this. Uh, I can compare this book to Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman's Good Omens. I can compare this book to so many other stories and books, but I think I'll talk about this book in detail sometime later. But it's an absolute treat. I'm one third in, and I think it's gonna go down as one of my most favorite books this year. Alright, guys, that's it for today. So let me know what you guys are reading. And until next time, stay healthy, keep reading. Cheers.